like with Black Wall Street. Like Black Wall Street, we built Black Wall Street and they burned it down. Well, that's racism. But what if we never built it? What if we never even gave ourselves permission to build it? Is that racism, or is that internalized self-limitation, oppression, trauma, and pain? And so what I'm saying is, never will there be a bigger opportunity for Black wealth creation, ever, 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 than the next 5 to 10 years in the technology space. And even if you don't have an advanced degree in AI, there's going to be so many industries that are built around it and built into it. Whatever you're doing, you should be adding AI to it anyway. And to me, I would have never thought this way. But Felicia Horowitz opened a door. I got a chance to meet people I would have never met. Also, Robert Smith opened the door. I got a chance to do stuff with him I would have never got a chance to do, working with him and Jay-Z and those guys to build the Reform Alliance to help people get out of jail. I'm doing do-gooder stuff as a lawyer in the not-for-profit space, but I'm meeting all these titans who want to help. And then rather than just writing a check, they're like, here, come here. Let me teach you something, Felicia Horowitz. Hey, let me come here, Robert Smith. Let me show you something. Just being around Robert Smith without him saying anything made me a better person. Just watching him and how he talks to his staff, the level of respect, it's not respect of you better do this, you better do that. He's at this level and he expects you to be at this level. So even if you didn't know you could be at this level, all of a sudden you start, you know what I mean? You just wanna to be in the conversation. You coming up with stuff you didn't even know you knew. So being able to be around people like that, working with Jay-Z to build the Reform Alliance to get people out of prison. I was with Jay-Z in a board meeting for the Reform Alliance. Now, I don't mean to be rude, but I know a lot about criminal justice stuff. I'm a lawyer. I've been doing this for 30 years. So the one place I don't have to worry about Jay-Z beating me.
It's a home game for you.
It's a home game for me. I'm not worried about Jay-Z. And this is my territory. So, my team would come up with stuff and we were presenting it. I mean, I knew my stuff was tight. I'm like, I'm impressing Jay-Z. I know this dude is proud to get. And after I finished talking, he just was looking at me. Just looking at me. And we've been talking about probation and parole and supervision reform and how we're going to reform supervision so folks don't get sent back on for no reason and change. And he just looked at me. He's just like, how many people in this room were supervised into being better? And the room got dead quiet. We're like, uh-oh. He says, is anybody here? He's not the only billionaire in the room. It's a whole bunch of billionaires that he's helped organize, all in the room. And he said, did anybody here get supervised into being better? Or did you get mentored into being better? He says, why are you talking to us about fixing supervision? You should be turning all these programs into mentorship programs. I was like, oh my God. We've been working on this stuff for 20 years. Nobody had even realized you're basically polishing a turd. Like the whole thing from the beginning can never be fixed. This dude comes in, and this was the thing about Black billionaires. You can be a white billionaire and just be smart in one direction. To be a Black billionaire, you got to have genius on top of genius, wrapped up in genius, deep fried in some more genius. So you're going to be smart in so many different directions.
Keyword is deep fried.
Deep fried in some more
my
genius.
Southern folk.
Yeah. And so, just being exposed to these guys and how they think and how free their minds are, but also, they don't let a lot of BS around them. You have to be like a bionic crab if you're Black. You know what I mean? Because to be that crab trying to get out of the barrel, you have so many people trying to pull you down. And also, you got to put so many people on your back from your community, from your family. You have to be a bionic crab.
Well, that's what, so we talked to Timbaland.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, he was like, do you ever find it weird that like all of our billionaires is like Oprah, $1 billion. At that time, Kanye, $1 billion. Diddy, $1 billion. Jay-Z, $1.5 billion. Rihanna, $1 billion. He's like, everybody's like $1 billion, $2 billion. Robert Smith's an outlier, but even he's at $9 billion. You got random people that you never heard of, 37 billion, 58 billion. He was like, to me, Jay-Z is already $50 billion because he's so exceptional. There's no way he's only worth $1 billion. Right?
Exactly.
Like he won every Olympic medal possible. There's no way that he's like, and the guy, like just a random crypto guy is worth 15 billion that you never heard of. That's 30 years old. So what you're saying is right and is true on a variety of different standpoints, that the level of exceptional that you have to be as a black person,
Yeah.
it's hard to articulate.
Yeah.
Because even the successful people, in the grand scheme of things, are not really as successful as they should be.
Yeah, they realize that this much higher
They've
level that
still
they have to
really
go.
like underachieved their counterparts
Right.
relative to the level of success that they've actually
That's-
achieved, or the influence that they've actually been able to
It's kind of
garner.
like the Puff thing when we're talking to Puff and he's like, guys, I'm in rooms that you haven't gotten to yet,
Right.
and then I still am kind of the outlier, and I'm seeing things that I can't even explain yet.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's got to kick down doors for us to now come into the room.
Yeah.
But it's a fight that we're looking at him like this is the highest level. For so many years, we're looking at our entertainers and our athletes. This is the highest level, not realizing
So you
that.
realize that it's not.
That it's not the highest
actually
level.
like a lower level,
Yeah.
honestly.